What if I told you the future of our economy, national security, and your everyday gadgets depends on materials buried deep in the earth? Welcome to the new global gold rush. Only this isn't about gold. It's about critical minerals, lithium, cobalt, rare earth elements, the building blocks of fighter jets, electric vehicles, and even the smartphone in your pocket. And here's the kicker. Fewer than a handful of countries control almost all of it. Critical minerals, global power shift. This is the story of how the race for critical minerals is forging entirely new alliances and cutting old ones to pieces. The US wants in. China's not stepping out.
China has been taking advantage of the United States for many, many years.
And somewhere in between, countries like Canada, Australia, and even Greenland are caught in the crossfire. But why should you, even if you're not a self-proclaimed policy wonk or commodity nerd, care about who digs up cobalt or refines lithium? Stick around and you'll understand why this isn't just a story about dirt in the ground. It's a story about who will dominate the 21st century economy. What are critical minerals? First, the basics. Critical minerals are elements like lithium, cobalt, copper, and rare earths that make the modern world go round. Without these materials, we don't have electric cars, solar panels, or even fighter jets.
We believe it's possible to extract enormous amounts of critical minerals, which, as you know, we need for technology and high technology.
For once, Trump wasn't wrong. Critical minerals are literally the backbone of every high-tech innovation we rely on.
Critical minerals are the materials that all of our clean energy technologies are made from.
They play an important role in helping our technologies be more efficient.
The problem? The US produces next to none. The global tug of war. Here's the big issue. China doesn't just dominate in mining these minerals. It practically owns the entire refining process. Anywhere from 40 to 90% of the world's critical minerals are processed in Chinese facilities. This isn't a coincidence. It's the result of a 40-year-long power play where China strategically funded mining projects in nations like the Democratic Republic of Congo, Latin America, and Australia, then brought the raw materials home.
Whoever controls the production and processing of lithium and copper, cobalt and nickel and other critical minerals will control the 21st century economy. China controls much of the processing for lithium, as well as many critical minerals out there.
It's not just about who controls supply chains. It's about leverage.
China has banned the export of certain rare earth minerals to the U.S., calling it a response to escalating trade tensions.
China just weaponized dirt. The US fights back. With China dominating the game, the US has a clear choice. Sit back and rely on imports, or dig deep, literally, and reshuffle the board. Presidents from Biden to Trump have doubled down on critical minerals. Trump's latest move? Striking deals with DRC, Greenland, even exploring deep-sea mining. The U.S. is desperate to secure its share, but expanding domestic mining is easier said than done. Mining is noisy, intrusive, and, for many Americans, just plain unpopular. But here's the tension. Without mining, there's no electrified future, no EVs, no wind turbines, and forget about national security. Global alliances redrawn. This competition isn't just about economics. It's redrawing global alliances in real time. Take Greenland. On the surface, its icy tundra seems like the middle of nowhere. But underneath, billions in critical minerals.
A band of billionaires from Jeff Bezos to Michael Bloomberg and Bill Gates is all betting that below the surface of the hills and valleys on Greenland's Disco Island and Nuussuaq Peninsula, there's enough nickel, cobalt, and copper to power hundreds of millions of electric vehicles.
Trump didn't try to buy Greenland for its scenic views. His team saw a mineral-rich prize, or the Democratic Republic of Congo. Responsible for 70% of the world's cobalt, it's been mired in exploitation and conflict. Now the U.S. is promising military support in exchange for mineral deals, locking horns with China in DRC's backyard. The U.S. is gearing up for a global chess game over resources, and the stakes couldn't be higher. What it means for you. Still asking why this matters? Think about the phone in your hand, your electric car, or even the clean energy powering your home. None of it happens without critical minerals. But look closer. Do you know where those materials came from? Were they ethically sourced, sustainably mined? If supply chains collapse tomorrow, what happens to all this progress? The fight over critical minerals isn't just about politics or profits. It's about the future. The race is only getting started.
The United States has a choice. We can try to play catch-up with China in the conventional metal supply chain, or we can innovate and secure our own future.
What do you think? Can the U.S. catch up in the race for critical minerals, or has China already won? Hit subscribe for more deep dives into the geopolitics shaping our future. Turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. The truth, after all, is deeply buried, but that's where we'll find it.